As a powerful force in the world of audio engineering, David Thomas, a 1991 graduate, has been an important figure working behind the scenes at music festivals including Bonnaroo, NFL Hall of Fame ceremonies, and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremonies. He's even worked with world-renowned artists like Beyoncé, Imagine Dragons, and Panic at the Disco. During his time in high school, he was recruited by the then director of the band, Jim Bain, to run the soundboard during concerts and tours. Over time, he became the one to control all audio for the Heights Choir and other musical departments' concerts and events. His efforts have helped inspire and guide young audio engineers, including me. My name is Denasia McCullum. I'm a senior at Heights High School. I am grateful to have a chance to be a part of the audio engineering program here at Heights. Unlike Mr. Thomas, who didn't have access to this kind of program or classroom and had to instead rely on his own fascination with sound systems to teach himself and gain that experience and talent with audio engineering. This opportunity is one of the many reasons why I feel lucky to be a Heights High School student here. Mr. Thomas' passion for the industry and dedication to hard work serves as an inspiration to all who have the privilege to work and learn from him, including me. And now, yeah. You got it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Denasia, for your introduction. Nicely done. Also want to congratulate fellow inductees. Welcome to our class, right? Pretty exciting. I also want to thank my family for my sister Beth for nominating me. We've always been a close family, and this surprised me for sure. My parents, who've always supported me, even with this crazy idea to try to break into the entertainment industry. My wife Heidi and our kids Molly and Will for putting up with my crazy schedule for this passion that I have. I first started at Heights at 9 months old. Don't get me wrong, I was no brilliant baby scholar. See, my dad, Bill Thomas, or Mr. Thomas as he was known here, was the vocal music director for the Girls Glee Club men's chorus, later to be named the Heights Singers. He taught here at Heights from 1967 to 1998. So Beth, it was actually 31 years, if I did the math right. It was a winter concert in 1973 when I first entered this auditorium. My dad stood on this stage, directing musicals and concerts for 31 years. Little did I know, at 9 months, this was the stage that would propel me to where I am today. My journey truly began within the walls of Heights. I had the privilege of working with sound systems purchased by the Heights Singers. It was my father who asked me if I can come figure out how to use this equipment for the singers for the spring tour when I was just a freshman, for the concerts and the spring tour when I was just a freshman. From that point on, I found myself mixing not only for the singers, but choir, gospel choir, jazz night, theater department, and countless assemblies. It wasn't until Mr. Bain, who was the director of the jazz band at that time, was the one that decided to pay me for my services my junior year. It was then that I started to think if I could turn this passion into a real job. The resources of Heights were able to help me find a school specializing in recording engineering and live sound, because in the 90s there wasn't any traditional universities offering this major yet. Starting in an industry that was mainly filled with people that were educated with the School of Hard Knocks, no one wanted to hear from some 19-year-old that attended some formal schooling for this. Remembering the lessons that my parents taught me, keep positive, work as hard as I could while keeping my mouth shut and my ears open, waiting for the opportunity to show them what I knew. Soon enough, those opportunities presented themselves, and I was granted a chance to step into bigger roles. But my time here at Heights did not come easy. I had a tough time in school. My freshman year was probably my most difficult. I failed classes. I had to retake them in summer school. It wasn't until an English teacher named Betty Levy asked if I have ever been tested for a learning disability. She saw something that I was trying, but something just wasn't clicking. Come to find out, I'm dyslexic. Once again, the resources at Heights were able to help me create a plan to help me eventually help me make honor roll my senior year. Thanks. Doing sound at Heights was a lot of fun. I was able to sit right there. For some of the best performances our talented student body could offer. Working closely with the stage crew, we started to understand what we needed to be organized, on time, work well together. Mr. Thomas, or Dad, was probably the most demanding of us. We put in hard work and our efforts showed. While we were behind the scenes, we worked long hours after school and on weekends. Help those performers deliver their performance and their talents for all of us to see. 32 years now after my graduation, I still carry on that same work ethic. I absolutely must be organized. I have to interface with touring groups and performing venues. I still put in long hours. It's all because of the dream I had while I was here at Heights. The stages may be bigger, the artist names might be more well known, but the work ethics stay the same. One of the greatest things I loved about going to Heights was how many different people I interacted with. Not only different races, religions, but also different opinions. Heights was a great place to promote open-mindedness. Unveiling the mural celebrating 50 years of Holocaust education at Heights just a few moments ago is a perfect example of how Heights shares diversity. Heights helped prepare me for a job where I travel all over the world. This wasn't anything new to me. While I have the privilege of working with some of the largest shows in the world, I could definitely say that I've never had a perfect show. And here's the beauty of it. If I ever feel that way, I feel I've become complacent. I wasn't looking to do my best. Close enough is not good enough. There's always room for improvement, more to learn, more higher standards to meet. I stand here today not only humbled by this induction, but also deeply appreciative of the experiences and the opportunities that were brought to me to this point. If it weren't for the encouragement of my father, who urged me to learn the intricacies of the Heights Singers sound system, I may have never lived to discover the passion for this sound. So, I want to share this commitment I made a long time ago. A promise that I made to myself when I was a young fan, attending a stadium concert. I approached the sound engineer after the show, looking to make some connections. I asked him about the equipment he was working on, but was brushed off. I vowed never to do that if I was lucky enough to be in that position. And since then, I have pledged to be approachable, to connect with those who seek knowledge, and to pay it forward. It's a promise that has driven me to become an educator in the industry, sharing not only my technical experience, but also the joy and the fulfillment that can be found at work. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for this incredible honor and allowing me to share this moment with all of you. It's a moment that I'll truly treasure.